Good evening, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for Tvs Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Israel strikes Christian school in Gaza City, killing a displaced Palestinian family. Meanwhile, Russia launches dozens of missiles at cities across Ukraine, killing at least 20 people and gutting a children's hospital in the process. Meanwhile, in Sarawak, police launch a manhunt, a shooting suspect who allegedly shot 3 men in SERIAN. An Israeli airstrike resulted in the deaths of a displaced Palestinian family who had sought refuge in a Christian school in Gaza City. The Israeli Defense Force claimed that the school complex was used as a militant hideout and housed a Hamas weapon manufacturing facility, but provided no evidence. The United Nations is urging condemnation of the attack on the shelter.
The Latin Patriarchate of Jerusalem, owner of the school, reported that hundreds of civilians had sought refuge there since the beginning of the conflict. According to Gaza Civil Defense Agency under Hamas rule, its Deputy Labour Minister Ihab al-Ghussein was among those killed in Sunday's airstrike in the Holy Family School. Meanwhile, Gaza authorities confirm at least 16 fatalities and 75 injuries from an Israeli airstrike on a UN-run school on Saturday. Israel claimed the strike targeted militants hiding among displaced persons at Al-Jawni school. The Israeli military accuses Hamas and other militants of using schools, hospitals, and other civilian infrastructure for military purposes, a charge denied by Hamas. Israel's military campaign in Gaza has resulted in the deaths of at least 38,153 people, predominantly women and children.
Russia launched dozens of missiles at cities across Ukraine on Monday in an attack that killed at least 20 people and smashed into a children's hospital in Kiev. The Polish government said the rare daytime Russian barrage came as President Volodymyr Zelensky was due in Warsaw before he flies to the NATO summit in Washington.
Explosions rang out and black smoke could be seen rising from the center of Kiev. Pictures distributed by officials from the Children's Medical Facility in Kiev showed people digging through mounds of rubble, black smoke billowing over a gutted building and medical staff wearing blood-stained scrubs. Russian terrorists once again massively attacked Ukraine with 40 missiles of various types at different cities, namely Kiev, Dnipro, Kyiv-Rig, Slovyansk, and Kramatorsk. Meanwhile, Zelensky said that there were an unknown number of people trapped under the rubble of Okhmadid Children's Hospital, and it was not immediately clear how many had been killed. Municipal officials said earlier that at least 7 people had been killed in the barrage that hit Kiev. Russian forces have repeatedly targeted the capital with massive barrage since Moscow invaded Ukraine in February 2022, and the last major attack on Kiev with drones and missiles was last month.
Meanwhile, in Sarawak, police are searching for a suspect who allegedly shot 3 men with a gunshot in SERIAN earlier this morning. Pedawan OCPD Superintendent Muhammad Irwan Hafiz Muhammad Razi said in a statement that a 26-year-old man reported the incident at 1:57 a.m. on Monday, July 8, informing authorities that 3 of his friends were shot behind a supermarket at the 19-mile Jalan Kuching, SERIAN. The 3 victims, aged 24 to 25, sustained injuries and is being treated at Sarawak General Hospital. All 3 victims are reported to be in stable condition. Irwan assured that the police are actively searching for the suspect. and the case is being investigated under Section 307 of the Penal Code and Section 8 of the Firearms Increased Penalties Act 1971. Dion Das Lewis, also known as the Little Borneo Birdie, has achieved an extraordinary feat by winning 2 gold medals and 2 silver medals at the 27th World Championship of Performing Arts WCOPA 2024 in Long Beach, California, USA. Dion's father, 43-year-old Louis Lansam, who is still in the United States, is expressing his delight, said that his son's success is a testament to the increasing global attention and appreciation for the traditional arts of the Iban community.
Di sini saya menyifatkan kejayaan Dion merangkul 2 peringkat emas dan 2 peringkat perak dalam kejohanan World Copa pada baru-baru ini yang diadakan di Long Beach, California, sebagai sesuatu yang amat kami luar jangkaan untuk kemenangan tersebut. Dan kejayaan ini juga merupakan bukti ataupun satu yang menunjukkan bahawa seni asal kami Iban semakin mendapat perhatian di peringkat dunia. Dan di samping itu kami sebenarnya mempromosikan keindahan, keunikan Sarawak kepada dunia.
Lewis also expressed his gratitude to everyone who supported and helped his son participate in the competition. He specifically mentioned the strong support from Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Embas and Deputy Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Sarawak, Dato' Snowden Lawan. Snowden also congratulated Dion on his success through his official Facebook account.
Dan di kesempatan ini juga saya ingin merakapkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada semua pihak yang telah banyak memberi sokongan kepada Dion, seperti Timbalan Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Uga Embas, Timbalan Menteri Pelancongan, Industri Kreatif dan Seni Persembahan Sarawak iaitu Yang Berhormat Dato' Snowden Lawan, Aeroville Director Kapitan Tan Kun Ji, Encik Wilson Ong, yang di-Pertua Majlis Tindakan Negeri Tindakan Pengguna Negara Sarawak, dan Sekolah Seni Sarawak iaitu Encik Ricky Kimwa, Encik Gilbert Headhunter, Ad Adau, Syarikat Apai Kumang dan Gravity Media.
Dion competed with 11 other participants from Malaysia in the competition. He earned his 2 gold medals in the junior ethnic dance and photoshoot model categories, while his silver medals were in the formal model and casual model categories, also in the junior category.
I'm Dion Das, and I'm so happy to get 2 gold medals and 2 silver medals. Also, I get 2 division champion for modeling and dance. And thank you for supporting me, Sarawak and Malaysia.
The 27th World Championship of Performing Arts, WCOPA 2024, took place from July 1st to 5th in California, USA.
A pedestrian was killed after being struck by a multi-purpose vehicle MPV at kilometer 27 Lorong 10, Kampung Biawak, Jalan Lundu, Biawak. The incident is believed to have occurred around 4 a.m. when an MPV driven by a man was travelling from Kuching to Lundu.
Lundu District Police Chief Deputy Superintendent Demetrius Lautin said that the driver noticed at the last second an object in the middle of the road. Due to the short distance, the 32-year-old driver was unable to avoid the object and collided with it. Upon inspection, the driver found a man trapped under the vehicle, covered in blood. Damataris confirmed that the victim was pronounced dead at the scene by medical personnel due to the severe head and body injuries. The case will be investigated under Section 41(1) of the Road Transport Act 1987.
The Royal Malaysia Police (PTRM) issued 41 summonses for various traffic offences, including violations of road laws during a motorcycle operation around Abang Galau Road and Paragon Road in Bintulu on Monday night. Bintulu District Police Chief Superintendent Nixon Joshua said that during the operation, they inspected 30 individuals and 25 motorcycles.
Following the more than 4-hour operation, the police issued summonses to individuals for breaking rules and laws under the Road Transport Act, APJ 1987. He said this encompasses offences such as driving without a license, not displaying registration numbers, failing to adhere to designated regulations, modifying exhaust and vehicle structures, including lacking insurance coverage, rearview mirrors, and expired motorcycle licenses. Additionally, 10 motorcycles were seized under Section 60 of the APJ 1987 due to the construction and equipment not meeting specified standards. Regarding the offence of allowing individuals under the age of 16 to drive a motor vehicle on the highway, he said action can be taken under Section 39 of the APJ 1987, with penalties not exceeding 2,000 ringgit in fines or imprisonment not exceeding 6 months.
Welcome back. His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim, King of Malaysia's visit to Brunei on July 20th to personally present the instrument of royal invitation for the installation of His Majesty as the 17th King of Malaysia to Brunei Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah underscores the close relationship between the neighbouring countries. Istana Negara Grand Chamberlain Dato' Azwan Effendi Zaira Kitnaini said Sultan Ibrahim's visit to Istana Nurul Iman in Bandar Seri Begawan on June 25th portrayed the unique and strong bond forged between the two heads of countries.
Azwan Effendi, who accompanied His Majesty on the visit, described the meeting as beautiful and special and said it was conducted in a cozy atmosphere. According to Azwan Effendi, Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah said during the meeting that he would attend the coronation ceremony of Sultan Ibrahim, despite Brunei celebrating His Majesty's birthday that same week. Azwan Effendi said the invitation letter made from goat skin is noteworthy, as it is a traditional message inviting Malay rulers, governors, and foreign royal families to the Yang di-Pertuan Agong's coronation ceremony, a practice that has been in place since the days of yore. The unchanged letter, handwritten in Jawi calligraphy and using the Malay language, is placed in a special capsule before being presented by the delegation to the invited guests.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim urges non-governmental organisation, NGOs and youth movements in the country to support the government's call to reject corruption, abuse of power and oppression. He noted that Prophet Muhammad, with the strength of faith, belief, morals and values, once defended rights and justice by rejecting deviation, injustice and corruption in society.
The Prime Minister also mentioned that if these values are embraced by society with a profound understanding of hijrah and by rising from laziness to enhance self-esteem, the country will undoubtedly progress and develop.
Artinya meninggalkan amalan lafuk dan syirik. Hijrah itu bermakna meninggalkan amalan kezaliman, penindasan, fitnah yang berlaku berleluasa. Maka kalau kita mau berubah, dan saya percaya pertumbuhan 5 generasi akan bawa semangat yang sama, kita bisa selamatkan bangsa kita dan umat kita. Saya kebetulan generasi lama, tapi percaya dalam soal mempertahankan hak kedaulatan kita, saya tak peduli kamu makilah berbakul pun, kamu kecamkanlah bagaimana, kamu humbankanlah penjara dan keluar penjara, aku keluar lawan tetap.
Anwar said this while officiating the establishment of the Organisation of Five Generation, PLG, in Ipoh, Perak on Sunday night. Also present were Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Sarani Muhammad, Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports Adam Adli Abdul Halim, State Committee Chairman of Communication, Multimedia and NGOs Muhammad Azlan Helmi, and PLG President Datuk Abdullah Ghani Kasim.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim also stressed that society must not become complacent as the country is currently in a race to grow and develop. Therefore, Malaysians will need to enhance their knowledge, deepen their understanding of justice and unite to make Malaysia a great nation.
Pelaporan, kita perlu bekerja mahir, kita perlu digital, kita perlu artificial intelligence, kita perlu basmi kemiskinan di kalangan rakyat kita. Dan syaratnya, seperti yang saya sebut, mesti ada pimpinan dari yang muda, dari PLG, dari pimpinan politik dan negara yang tolak kezaliman dan hentikan guna kuasa untuk memperkayakan diri dan kerabat amalan sakau menakau ini. Saya dengan bagi jaminan dengan apa kudrat dan kuasa yang ada pada saya akan pastikan baik PLG atau silat gayung atau apa saja jentera yang harus kukuh untuk angkat martabat bangsa sebagai bangsa yang hebat.
Hence, the Prime Minister said he wishes for everyone to stop all disputes and embody the spirit of hijrah, as now is the time for them to rise as a united force, demonstrating that a great nation is one that is knowledgeable, principled, hardworking, and upholds justice for the country and society.
Seperti yang disebut seluruh jentera kita. Ini jaminan saya. Jentera kita gunakan manfaatkan. Kita perlu semangat ini. Di kalangan anak muda Melayu, Cina, India, Dayak, Kadazan, ini negara kita. Dan kita selamatkan negara kita. Inilah masa dan ketika kita bangun dan selamatkan negara kita.
At the same event, Datuk Seri Anwar also presented contributions from the Pertubuhan 5 Generasi PLG Malaysia to 5 outstanding students in the state, including 2 students with 4 A's in the first term of the 2024 Sijil Tinggi Persekolahan Malaysia STPM, 1 student with 4 A's in the second term of the 2024 STPM, and 2 students with outstanding results in the 2023 Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia SPM.
The government has allocated 100 million ringgit to the Malaysian Indian Transformation Unit, MITRA, and increased funding to several other initiatives, including 50 million ringgit each to the National Entrepreneurial Group Economic Fund, Tekun Nasional, and Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia for the Indian community. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim emphasised that this allocation has demonstrated that the unity government's commitment to never neglecting this group.
He said this at the Santai Bersama Community India Parliament Tambun program in Ipoh Perak earlier today. Anwar, who is also the Member of Parliament for Tambun, said that the steps taken by the government to assist the Indian community are the result of feedback and discussions with friends, state executive councillors, assemblymen, and the Indian community's own representatives regarding the issues that they face.
Sarawak is paving the way to the path of sustainable development by producing renewable energy via various sources aimed at decreasing emissions to achieve the National Sustainable Development Goals (SDG). This includes the production of hydrogen energy, the sustainable aviation fuel derived from algae, hydropower, carbon capture, utilization and storage (CCUS). In order to facilitate the development of these initiatives, Deputy Minister of Economy Datuk Hanifah Hajah Taib said that the Sarawak government has transformed its education system.
In terms of renewable energy, in terms of the education, by 2026, there will be I think 5 or 6 universities that the state government has acquired, and it will be in terms of subject towards the technical side, the understanding side of sustainable energies and things like that. And it will, for the Sarawakians, the locals, as long as they qualify, they get the education free. Not only are we concentrating on trying to tell specific industries how to move into more sustainable, but we need to educate the people also in terms of individuals what they can do.
Sarawak-owned colleges and universities include ICATS University College, College Laila Taib, University Technology Sarawak UTS, Curtin University of Technology, Swinburne University of Technology, and Centre of Technology Excellence Sarawak, CENTEX. She hoped that organizations from Peninsular Malaysia can collaborate with Sarawak to do research and develop technology that could benefit the whole nation and achieve its SDGs. She said this during a work visit at Sunway University for the Sunway Group sustainability efforts in Kuala Lumpur recently. The work visit saw 8 presentations on Sustainable Development Solutions Network, SDSN, by various well-known experts of the industry, including special remarks by the world-renowned economics professor and global leader in sustainable development, Professor Jeffrey D. Sech. Other notable speakers include Vice President of SDSN Asia, Professor Dato Wong Wing Thai, Deputy Head of SDSN Asia, Professor Emeritus Dato Dr. Mazlin Mokhtar, Director of Economic Studies SDSN Asia, Andrew Fan, and more.
On to world news. Heavy rains caused a landslide on Saturday near an illegal gold mine on Indonesia's central island of Sulawesi. Officials said that the landslide hit a remote village in the Bone Bolango district of Gorontalo province after spells of torrential rain, killing at least 11 and leaving 35 people still missing.
Local search and rescue agency head Herianto said the recovered bodies have been transferred to the Bayangkara hospital and survivors were sent to any nearby hospitals. He added that another person who died had yet to be evacuated from the site of the disaster and so was not included in the death toll, and that 35 people were still missing. The number of missing had risen because more families had reported their relatives as unaccounted for, Herianto said. Some victims were minors while others were people who operated stalls near the mine.
Yang sangat sulit karena akses untuk ke atas yang bisa dilalui oleh pemotor penambang atau ojek-ojek yang biasa melalui di lokasi, semua jembatan yang akses jalan ke lokasi terputus. Jadi sulit untuk mengakses ke atas, jadi dipakai dengan jalan kaki.
He added at least 180 people had been deployed as part of the rescue operation, including police officers and soldiers. Indonesia is prone to landslide during the rainy seasons between November and April, but July is usually dry season and heavy rains are rare. In May, at least 15 people died after landslides and flooding in South Sulawesi province swept away dozens of houses and damaged roads. A landslide in the same province the month before killed 20 people.
Heavy rain triggered floods, submerging roads and railway in Mumbai, India on Monday. Municipal officials reported that several schools and colleges had to be temporarily closed, and river overflow have affected millions of residents.
The city, with a population density of about 12 million, was battered by heavy rains for more than 6 hours starting in the morning. The severe flooding reaching knee-deep levels also submerged vehicles in many areas, while traffic became congested due to stranding on both eastern and western highways. In addition, the railway tracks were also flooded, forcing authorities to cancel several long-distance journeys and halt some commuter trains, which are crucial daily transportation for millions of residents. According to information on the Flight Radar 24 website, the severe weather conditions also caused over 250 flights to be delayed and at least 30 flights to be cancelled.
And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.